So, you want success, huh? The Joker begins with a smirk. His piercing stare travels over the room, the glitter in his eye halfway between amusement and threat. Let's talk about success, he sneers. This precious little S word that everybody keeps babbling on about. Success. They tell you to chase it. But the way they mean it, be predictable, be nice, play by the rules. The point is, none of that crap ever got me where I am. He laughs, a chilly, biting sound that slashes through the silence. See, they expect you to follow the straight path. That's what they all think, that's what they want. But I say, shock them. Oh sure, you've got to be the curveball they never saw coming. The nightmare that rattles their nice little dreams. They'll never forget you for it. Let's be honest, the Joker adds, leaning forward, his voice now nearly a whisper. Everybody's always trying to put you in a box. They hand you this mold and say, here, fit into this. They dress it up, term it success or respectability, but that's all it is, a box. And, my dear friends, there's no room for greatness in a box. He stops, letting the silence linger. They'll tell you to be nice, to keep things tidy, to play the game their way. But that's how they hold you down, see? That's how they keep you imprisoned, predictable, and under control. If you ever want to actually be successful, you've got to start by shattering every expectation they have for you. Give them something they never saw coming. They'll never appreciate you until they fear you, or better still, when they don't understand you. He chuckles, dark and deep, his lips extending into a crooked smile. Look, you could spend your whole life living up to what others think you should be. You can dress up, sit down, play nice. Alternatively, you can rise above. Carve out a space for yourself that's so stunning, so outlandishly you, that they don't even know what hit them. Ah, rebellion. He cackles, his hands clutched together like a child in a candy store. There's something beautiful about it, don't you think? That tiny excitement you get when you walk outside the lines? You see, the world likes a rebel even if they don't like to admit it. Deep down, everyone desires to break free from something. From the laws, from their routine, from their dull little lives. The Joker leans back and sighs theatrically. Rebellion is the birthplace of real success. When you stop worrying what the world thinks, when you let go of their approval, that's when you're genuinely free. That's when you're powerful. Be unusual, be surprising, be dangerous. Don't worry about fitting in or being acceptable. Success, real success, comes from taking chances, from pushing past what's safe and stepping into something so terrifyingly daring that others can't look away. He grins, loving each syllable. When you're shocking, you're unforgettable. And isn't that what success really is? Making sure people remember you? So I say embrace the revolt. Let them scoff, let them laugh. Because in the end, you'll have the final laugh. And oh, it will be sweet. But don't be fooled into thinking success is all glitz and glamour. He advises, his tone hardening. Oh no, true success is gritty, it's messy, it's raw. Success isn't some polished trophy. It's the scars you wear proudly. It's the battles you fought, the risks you took, the scars that prove you were there. It's not about following a clean-cut path, no. Sometimes you've had to walk through the shadows to find your way to the light. Joker's visage transforms into a knowing expression, almost empathetic. Most people are afraid of their own darkness. They hide it away, pretend it doesn't exist. But here's a little secret. That darkness, that terror, that fire inside you, that's where great success is formed. It's not just about being decent or right or polite. It's about being real, being who you are in the truest, rawest sense. And wow, that's shocking. That's powerful. He tilts his head, his eyes steely. Shock them with that. Shock them with your courage to face every part of yourself, good and dark. Shock them with the strength to rise, even when you've fallen 100 times. They'll be expecting someone polished, someone immaculate. Give them uncooked. Give them real. Make them remember. Ah, fear, he drawls, smiling like he's greeting an old friend. Everyone's so afraid to fail, afraid to mess up, afraid to look foolish. But you know what I think? Fear and failure are merely flavors of the same delicious dish called life. If you're not failing, if you're not stumbling, if you're not feeling that little zap of horror in your bones, then you're not even near to success. He chuckles, waving his hand dismissively. They want you to be afraid because fear keeps you in line. But the minute you laugh at your own fear, when you stare it down, crack a grin, and keep going, that's the moment you become unstoppable. Success is funny like that. It doesn't bother whether you fall down, as long as you get back up and keep pushing forward. And when you do, they'll be shocked. They'll be afraid, even because nothing is more frightening to those who doubt you than witnessing you rise again and again, no matter how many times you've fallen. So embrace failure, embrace the chaos, and every time you get back up, make sure they know you're not just surviving, you're thriving. Joker pauses, scratching his chin as if thinking something deep. You know, they like to talk about winning and losing, but here's the thing, they only win if you play by their rules. So here's a bit of advice: don't play their game. Make your own rules. Redefine winning such that you can never lose. That's the true trick, my friends. His eyes shine with enthusiasm. Winning isn't about doing what they want or even about being liked. No, it's about breaking every rule they throw at you and coming out on top nevertheless. It's about redefining what they call failure and showing them it's just a component of your creation. Because when you're living life on your terms, there's no such thing as losing, only learning. He shrugs casually. It's simple, really. Shock them by refusing to play their petty games. Shock them by defining success in a way they can't grasp. Because at the end of the day, true success is about living by your truth, by your principles. And nothing in this world is more powerful than that. Ah, but we're nearing the end, aren't we? He adds, sighing with feigned disappointment. It's been such fun, hasn't it? But before I depart, remember this. Shock them with everything you are. Don't shrink, don't hide, don't play little to make others feel comfortable. Shock them with your courage. Shock them with your resilience. Shock them with the fire of a mind that refuses to settle, that doesn't care if it fits in. He grins, spreading his hands wide. Be bold. Be unpredictable. Let them belittle you, mock you, try to keep you back. And then show them what actual success looks like. Show them the masterpiece you've produced out of the very chaos they tried to throw at you. Success isn't something they give you, it's something you take. And when you accept it, when you stand there, grinning in the face of everything that sought to bring you down, they will be the ones in shock. With one final, frightening laugh, the Joker bows. So go, my friends. Go and astonish the world with your success.